This is La Máquina Podcast, and we're going to talk about the game against Zacatepec midweek in the Copa MX, and then the game at home against Atlas. So, against Zacatepec, I think, what was it, like the first 15, 20 minutes were very boring. Maybe even up to like 25 minutes. It was just very boring. It was very slow. Both teams were very imprecise in their passes. And yeah, it just wasn't enjoyable. But to highlight from the first half, there was a lot of touches given away by Alisson from the goal kick, and also just whenever any of the defenders would pass it back. But at least he improved in the second half. He had pretty good saves in the second half. And in the first half, sometimes that he'd mess up, like he did make up for it. So it wasn't terrible, but just something to point out. And yeah, for Caute scored, which was nice. His first goal of the season. He scored them in the second half. No, it was first half. He scored in the first half, right before the half.
Yeah.
Oh, not right before the half. It was like, what was
30.
it, 30 something minutes?
Oh.
Because like or not right after, but like shortly after they tied it up, right?
Wait, Zacatepec?
Yeah. Or no? What was
No, it was 1-0.
what game?
It was 1-0. Yeah.
It was 1-0, right?
I think you're confusing that with the first Zacatepec game.
Oh, I'm confusing it with the game against León.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we won when the fuck did we score? I
whatever.
should have put it in the notes. Oh well. But yeah, Caute scored. It was a pretty nice volley. What was like a half volley, crossed by Cota. Nice cross. It wasn't a blind cross as it usually is.
I mean, Chaco started the play too.
Yeah, I don't remember that. So Chaco just laid it off to Cota.
Yeah, he was pretty open.
Yeah, and then he finished well, and well that's good. He got his first goal of the season. Hopefully that helps his morale a bit, because he got his spot taken away by Mora, and that probably affected him a bit there. But he's not as clinical. Well, like Benitez wasn't clinical,
No.
and Caute isn't at all.
But he provides something else. I mean, he provides good build-up. And he might be like a really good number 2. That's probably the case.
Maybe
Yeah, because it seems like Felipe Mora's kind of coming into his own a little bit now. So the more like he plays with this group of players, maybe there might be like a great partnership flowing right now. And like maybe Jimenez doesn't even want to disturb that in the league. So it's gonna be interesting to see where that leads. So,
Well, yeah. Mora in the last 4 games he scored 3.
yeah, it's really good.
2 in the league, 1 in the Copa MX.
I mean, he is kind of like a poacher kind of player. Like he doesn't strike me as a player. Like he's not. He's like more of a finisher kind of. He's not like Benitez where he was like trying to make chances on his own.
Well, I mean, that's why
but-
he would never.
He would never score, but.
It's working out better for us. So.
Yeah, I remember sometime in the second half, that was one of the good plays we had that game. We didn't really do that well that game against Zacatepec. Like, we had the goal, minimal control of the game, a lot of imprecision. But sometime in the second half, I forgot who I think it was Alisson. I think he just launched the ball. It was like a counterattack from a corner. Just launched the ball forward, and Baca just speedster fucking just ran like all the way into the final third, got the ball, and then was like being marked by 2 players, but then he like laid it off kind of ahead for Zuniga. No. So it laid it off to someone. I'm not sure who he laid it off to. But then he laid it off to Zuniga in the box, and then Zuniga had a terrible shot.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast, but that Baca has pretty much played every game now.
Yeah.
Like, since the start of the season, he's been playing every single game, even in Copa MX. And that says a lot. Like, he's the most important player on the team, it seems. Him and, like, Peñalba or, like, even Silva. Silva's pretty much been, like, a consistent starter. And, like, he wasn't really that much of a consistent starter last season, right?
No, like near the end of the season, no. The same with Rocco.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like, they
yeah.
kind of fell apart.
He had a international competition too. He would get called up all the time.
Like
I don't
during
know
the
if that
season?
affected- Yeah.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I found it strange. Like, they were getting called up to the national team, but they weren't starting.
Yeah.
in
Like,
the
especially
Cruz Azul.
Rocco, because, I mean, he was playing at Español before he came here. And, like, pretty routine starter at Español in like, the first division of Spain. So, I mean, and then he just came here and he was kind of like a bench bit, like, kind of small part player. and he's still pretty young. He's like 24 now.
Yeah, I think 23,
I
24.
mean, and he's our tallest player. Like that's really like something you
Actually,
want in a defense.
Wait, is Mendes taller? Or, 'cause
I think
Mendes is 6'2", I
Peñalba's
believe.
probably taller.
Oh, Peña, of course.
Peñalba was like 6'3". So I
Yeah,
don't know.
Peña was tall.
I think it's always been a problem for us too, just getting players and waiting too long maybe to play them, and then just their morale declines.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Faurlin, like, I felt comfortable without him, actually, now. Like, he hasn't really, he hasn't really
true.
played.
I mean, who knows? He might be even better than some of the players we have. Or I mean,
That's true, because,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like, the squad we have right now, I'm very happy with it. But we have Martin Rodriguez and Velasquez out. So we have to allow them to come back in.
also
And
doesn't
I don't
hurt,
know.
Also, it doesn't hurt to have squad depth. So.
That is true. But
And,
then,
and especially a quality player like Faurlin, like he's pretty good. He was playing in England. He was playing for QPR. I mean, a shitty side in England, but
Still England.
yeah, still England. And then at Getafe, but I think he was probably there when he was there in the second. So I don't know.
yeah, because they had relegated.
Yeah,
But yeah, but like I don't know, like our subs, I like them. Like even
Yeah.
Farlin there, like he's a nice utility. We can always use him. But-
are they comfortable being set?
Yeah, that's a thing. Well, he's on loan, and probably I don't know, he'd probably want playing time.
I think you mentioned this to me while we were watching the Atlas game,
Mm-hmm.
and you were saying like how Martin Rodriguez is injured, and like, but we have Mena and Edgar Mendes in the team.
Yeah,
So it's like, who's gonna come out once he comes back? Because he's a great player too. So who do you take out in that regard? Like, who do you
Mhm.
is Moraga?
I wouldn't want to take either.
Yeah, I mean either. Like, so Martin Rodriguez is a squad player now, but he's so good. And then like, what does that mean for Zuniga now?
I know, that's what I don't like, because Martin Rodriguez and Velasquez have to get into the squad. Who's gonna come out of the
Yeah.
subs? Flores and Zuniga, because we have Alison, Chaco, Farlin.
You're not taking out Chaco.
Yeah, not Chaco. Farlin's probably gonna have to stay there. Alison, we need to keep her.
Well, you said Flores.
Flores out, Zuniga out.
But and then it's like, well, yeah, I mean, who's gonna play fullback? Like if someone gets injured, and like we need to sub them on now.
Yeah, it sucks. I want Zuniga there. He deserves to be there.
I mean, this is a good problem that we're having.
Very good. I don't think we've had this problem in like 4 seasons.
Oh, we've had it. We just never knew how to use them.
no,
we have
this
quality
problem,
players.
this specific problem.
No,
like-
that's why we've had
Oh.
quality players in the past.
no,
in the
but like
past.
where they're all playing well.
Oh,
kinda.
okay. Yeah. So, yeah,
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. We always had great players. They just never really would have performed. Like you could tell they had like great abilities, but it just never
Who
clicked.
said it was? This is a coach's dream to have a problem like this.
Yeah.
'Cause they're all,
Fuck, man. After, so we were watching, well, I mentioned off the podcast, we were watching like SportsCenter, like Fútbol Picante, one of those. And like they were showing like clips of Cruz Azul's performance. And like they were like talking like positively about it, and just kind of breaking it down. But in addition to that, kind of like what this team has like constructed right now, kind of forming kind of a good relationship with the coach, with the players, and with the fans as well. And like all of that together and great
Well,
performances.
Kind
What?
of with the fans. Some fans.
Well, yeah, some
still
fans are
kinda,
cunts, and you're always gonna have cunts.
Yeah, but I mean the fact that like the game before there's people saying "fuera James."
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
at Toluca.
It was a couple people, but
Yeah, very few, but
Yeah.
it's frustration.
but I don't know. I'm like very illusioned after watching it. Like just thinking we're third place. We're coming back from 2 back-to-back
Undefeated.
wins
Yeah.
at home, both of them at home. Now we're playing Necaxa Wednesday, away from home. But if we get that win, like
and we have to.
we're
'cause
gonna
then
like
we're playing
stabilize
against
this.
Monterrey.
Yeah, we're playing Monterrey
they're
on
first.
Saturday away from home. No, wait, at home. We're at home because
Okay.
we're away against
That's a
Necaxa.
benefit.
So
That's
if
great.
If we lose against Necaxa, yeah, that'll be,
That would be bad, but
That would
or even a
really-
tie, because it's what place are Necaxa in right now?
Sixth.
6.
6. Oh,
Yeah, you're not that far back. But actually, like, what is it, 12th to 3rd place? It's like 3
Yeah.
points.
But that's
apart.
that's always the case.
Yeah, typically.
Yeah.
They
even
get
towards the
Yankees.
end.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Just at the beginning of the season, like you always feel confident, but it's like more a hopeful confident.
Always.
And now I don't know. I just feel more secure.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
we'll definitely have a top 8 spot this year.
Oh,
Come on.
all the wood we have.
Knock the wood.
Are we gonna get a Cruz Azuleada in the position wise?
I don't know. I feel pretty good. And well, like all the players are performing pretty well. It's just like Caute, the only thing with the game against Zacatepec, he missed
Yeah.
one just right in front of the fucking.
Incredible chance.
That
Did you see?
who was the pass from?
There was like
I
one.
think it
There
was
was,
Zuniga. Yeah, pass back from
like
Zuniga.
one or two, right?
But
I think one very clear
Oh
one.
yeah,
but
yeah. It
he,
was like
no
it
goalie,
was like,
basically.
yeah,
yeah.
like he just had to kick it in the direction of the goal, and he didn't.
Like,
I mean, Caute's a good player. Caute is a good player, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
He's just trying too hard in order to win his place.
I mean, he was. I mean, for every striker we get is like top scorer somewhere, but he was top scorer
where
in.
Where was he?
He was in Argentina.
Was he? Yeah, because Felipe Mora's coming from
Chile.
lead scorer, Chile.
Yeah, but he's young. He's like 24, 23.
Mora?
24,
Yeah, Mora is young.
He's very young.
We can have 5. What was it? No. Wait. Is it only 4 Chileans so far? Enzo Rocco, Martin Rodriguez, Silva, and then Felipe
Gato
Mora?
Silva.
Yeah, just 4 of them. Yeah, 4 in the national team, potentially.
Martin Rodriguez?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, 4 in the national team. That'd be cool.
It is cool.
And then, so, second half, Alisson had a lot of pretty great tackles. There was one where that you were mentioning.
Where he was just like the amazing tackle and like does everything
Twice.
brilliantly.
2 amazing.
Yeah,
tackles.
but he does everything brilliantly, and then like is like towards the corner, and like he does the tackle, and then like the last bit to prevent it from going out for a throw in, like he has to control it just a little bit, and then he fucks that up, and then it goes out, and he's like, oh shit, because they take the throw in quickly, and they're trying to take advantage of that, but he ended up running back, and then that's when Cota blocked it with his hand, the throw in, and like basically. Did he get?
He got a yellow.
He got the yellow. That was his first yellow.
Mhm.
He didn't get the
I mean, it was smart. of him
double
to do
yellow.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
necessary.
tactical play.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I praise him for that.
Yeah, I don't remember the second yellow where he got that.
was
But it was
probably-
a tackle.
It was if I remember, it was like or maybe I'm thinking of a different one, but I don't know.
That was Mendoza, I think you're thinking, against Atlas, where he like slid and then just
yeah,
kept
yeah,
going and hit
yeah.
him.
Yeah. So I
I don't really
that's what I
remember.
remember.
But yeah,
It might not have been that big of a deal. I remember not thinking like, oh, is that a yellow?
but yeah. So he got expelled again. This is the second time against Zacatepec this Copa MX
Yeah.
season.
And then also last season got a red against was it Tigres. Pretty sure it was Tigres.
And then I'm not sure if it was because of that, but then eventually Jimenez was expelled also from the match.
Yeah.
He got mad, and we almost like I'm not sure if we mentioned it on the podcast or off the podcast, but that we almost had a Cruz Azuliada against Zacatepec in the last
Both games.
Like, well, against Atlas,
Yeah.
I felt a little more composed there, but even then, like I was concerned.
Because
But
they're both scores down by 1.
oh
so-
well, yeah, but yeah, Atlas didn't really capitalize. They didn't really have any chances, or at least near the end of the game. But yeah, they hit the crossbar, like at the back, within the last 5 minutes of the game. So we were pretty fortunate with that.
For the first time in long.
Yeah.
I mean, luck is pretty good to have, too.
But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much the Zacatepec game, and then against Atlas at home, 1-1, up 2-0 by what, like minute 16, 17, around that.
Mm-hmm.
And like it looked so great, like we were performing really well, scoring the 4th minute, having pretty good chances, great movement of the ball. Like it was really nice. But I don't know what it is. It's always when we're comfortable at a lead that we just begin to look a little shaky. And then we get scored on, and then it just like kind of falls apart. Even though this game we
Mentally
didn't
weak.
fall apart, but
I mean, it had a lot to do with the red card. He
yeah,
had to move around.
It's kind of because we're mentally weak.
Yeah,
It's in our head.
but I don't understand that.
It's because you're always worried, like, oh well, fuck, I don't want to disappoint the fans.
Yeah, that's mostly a huge
I
problem.
don't like Cruz Azuliada. I don't want that to happen again. 'Cause, I mean, like some of those players have been here for like years.
Like I
and
understand
experienced
those
a lot.
players.
Like Gata, has been here for like all of those fucking
Yeah, one
times.
club player.
All those finals that we lost.
Yeah, he's been a part of those 4.
Oh man.
He's
Yeah, so he's like telling everyone, "Hey man, remember these? Oh wait, you weren't here."
Don't let it happen.
oh yeah, but yeah, Mendoza got a double yellow within 3 minutes.
That second
Yeah,
goal
yeah,
was
yeah.
stupid.
It was dumb.
Well, what do you mean? What was
The first yellow was dumb.
Well, like
deliberately left his leg up.
Yeah, so like I don't understand. Like a lot of players kind of do that. I don't understand what the purposes are. Like, are they just careless? They don't give a fuck,
It's
or
kind of like
I guess he
kinda
wasn't thinking at
front.
the
It's
moment
kinda
that he would
like,
get
hey.
another yellow, or forgot that he had a yellow.
because like why leave it there? Like I don't know, fair play. Hashtag fair play. Like like when I play, like I always remove. Like I always don't try to hurt anyone.
I don't know. Mendoza's a bit of a cunt. Though.
He is a bit of a cunt.
So I mean, like, and a lot of defenders are like that though. It's kind of like that their thing, where it's like you kind of like
You have to intimidate.
intimidation. Like that's like a big thing in like a lot of defenders' minds is like intimidating and like showing like, hey, I'm willing to injure you, motherfucker. And a lot of like old school defenders would do that shit and like intentionally like injure people.
But
I mean, that's just part of the game, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good factor to have on your side as
Yeah,
a defense.
for sure. Fuck those other guys.
But yeah, so he got expelled, and then that was just you expect the worst. Like fuck, another 60 minutes of just one man down. Like it was just gonna be Atlas attacking the whole time. But then we were a little fortunate with the red. Their red card by their center back.
And that one was kind of strange.
That was
like,
in the red.
First, like, I wouldn't give it a red, but I'd give it a yellow.
I don't even think it was a foul.
Well, I don't know. His fucking elbows was on his face, and like he
crashed into
and
it.
he used his body and like used Mendes' body to like
He's tall.
to like springboard him on
Did
top.
he?
Well,
I don't remember seeing that.
Because the way he was like on top of his shoulders, kind of like, and he had like his elbows like in his face, so it did seem like he was like, it didn't seem right to me. I'd give it a yellow, personally.
I definitely not a red. I would say it's between a foul and a yellow.
I mean, it doesn't matter. So
An
many
orange?
times we've had
No, that's between yellow and a red.
Oh.
orange. So many times we've had bad calls against us that affect the game. So I mean, this is good for us. I'm not complaining.
Well, I mean, Mendoza's first yellow was pretty dumb.
Yeah, that one was bad. Yeah, that was like arguably not even a foul.
And Corona had some good saves though.
Corona has some good knockouts.
That was
Caraglio.
terrible. That was terrible.
It was
I honestly
pretty bad.
thought like I was fearing the worst because he hit his head on fucking grass
on the
ground.
Was just, gushing blood. He hit his head twice on the ground.
He was unconscious.
Yeah.
That could have ended really bad, but I'm glad it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but I still don't understand why he'd go for that ball. Caraglio, the way he dove, I don't know. I, as a player, I would never do that.
He dove.
Even though
in it, bro.
I'm stupid at certain plays as well. Like, I'll just go in careless. But there, like, it didn't seem like you'd ever get the ball.
I guess he saw Corona out and he saw an open goal. Maybe he thought, oh, this is
Just
goal.
get a touch on it.
Yeah,
The
but
direction of the goal.
I don't think he expected for it to go south.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
And-
who knows how?
And that was what scared me the most is that he hit his head on the ground. Because
Those
that's
always
how
look
people
terrible.
die. That's how people die. Like
Why?
in fist fights, just like out in like street fights, and one person gets knocked out, hit the pavement, they're dead.
Well, yeah, I mean, he hit us 3 times in that. The
Yeah,
Corona,
Contact.
the ground, and then
Yeah, I mean that's terrible. That could really fuck you up.
yeah.
I mean, I hope it doesn't damage him in the future. Like just like kind of small effects in the future. I mean,
Oh, Corona's okay.
he seemed alright.
Emotionally okay.
yeah,
He was
what
really
if-
concerned.
Yeah.
Killed him, man.
Make him defense, then he'll really intimidate players.
But yeah, so that kind of stabilized the game for us. That other red card that we had, or that they.
I thought you were
got.
talking about Caraglio.
Oh yeah, that helped us out.
Have some
Well, that was
respect.
crazy.
So
An
cynical.
Atlas had to make 2. Was it 2 subs? Did
Yeah,
they make
2
first
subs.
half? One for the red card and one for the injury.
Not in the first half, was it?
I
Yeah,
think so.
Well, the injury was first half. You told me, and then
Yeah.
the red card was also soon after. Now.
Oh yeah, that's what really sucked. We put in Jordan Silva for Mena
Oh right.
because we needed another
Yeah.
center back.
I doubt he was happy about that.
Yeah, and that really sucked because Mena was doing really
Yeah,
well.
he was doing really well. Definitely.
Yeah, well, he was
He
involved
had
in
a
the
great
first
plays.
goal,
Yeah.
and he was just. That's the Mena we were seeing last season. Yeah, and he finally showed up, and then he only got to play like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think maybe if Martin Rodriguez comes back, I mean, I think he might be the one that gets taken
I think
out.
it would be Mena
It-
versus
yeah.
Rodriguez.
Because I think it's pretty telling that he took him off, like in the 30th minute. Like he could have taken off. Like, well, I guess because every other player's like kind of expendable. I mean, you don't want to remove Baca or
No,
Peñalba.
you can't. You can't remove him in Malaga.
I mean, the only person maybe Silva, but he does a lot too because he has like if you always in the stats, he's always like the top person with the most touches. So I mean that's something that James looks for.
Mm-hmm.
But
Who's that? Who scored the second goal or the first goal? I mean,
Mendes.
who was he calling when he was celebrating?
Oh, it was calling everyone
everybody.
to just
Everyone
join.
to hug
Oh yeah,
him
we
like
need to mention
James,
that.
Yeah,
With James.
Yeah, Yoko and James.
it was a
That was
cute
great.
gesture. Cute gesture.
Mhm.
Yeah, because they were all just.
Mendes, if he wins us the title and stays with us, like
Who?
he's
a legend.
Mendes, he's gonna be a legend.
Anyone's a legend for winning the title with us at this
But
point.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you're right.
I guess that is true.
Corona's a legend. Cata's a legend. Like everyone cemented a legend. Chaco's already a legend just because of the way he is, but he will definitely be a legend.
But
Yeah,
just
he'll
He'll get himself a statue after that shit.
Hopefully.
I see that happening.
in front of Estadio Sur or whatever the new
It's
stadium
in front of
is
the
called.
Estadio Azteca.
Oh no!
Can they do that?
No, because
They just renting it.
because the few like the goals of the board isn't to like stay there. It's to make a
Well,
new.
let's make it ours.
What is this like San Siro? Like
Oh yeah.
Inter and AC Milan.
But yeah, just Mendes, like his character. Do you follow him on Instagram? No, you should follow him on Instagram.
He does a lot of like like Cruz Azul and like
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. Takes pictures with like fans.
Oh, I
things
saw
Mhm.
a recent post that he did.
It could just be a
But-
PR team.
like that. It
but-
could be, but just the fact that it's like making it seem like, oh, that's Mendes.
and like I like like a lot of the Cruz Azul players I follow, like every time they post something, like it's always liked by Edgar Mendes.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like he's trying to care for the club, and like I don't know, I just really respect that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can really see him like if he were to stay, regardless of winning the league or not. Like I can see him becoming a legend, definitely.
I mean, he's a great fucking player.
I thought you were doing Joey D.
No.
yeah,
he's
I don't know.
yeah. Of all the signings we recently have gone in, maybe year or 2 years, like he's probably like the best one.
Yeah.
Just like coming and like doing so well and just kind of maintaining that form.
Whoa, I think Martin Rodriguez might even be better because he's 22. 23.
Yeah, he has a lot of potential.
a lot of potential.
That's what I don't like as well, because he has so much potential. He can easily go to Europe.
Yeah, does that potential ever stay with us? Aquino for one.
Yeah,
Chinga
fuck
su
yeah,
madre.
chinga su madre. Aquino.
Hashtag. You're gonna make that a hashtag. Fuck Aquino.
There was a chance by Mora in the early second half when it started like pouring, raining. He had like a great touch and turn, and then he like just volleyed it, but it went a little bit wide. I'm not sure if you ever. It was like 52nd minute. It was like 5 minutes in. It was nice.
Oh, there's also that one in the first half, right? Or was that the second half?
Right before
Where,
the first half
Baca
ended.
did a dummy.
Yeah, did you see that?
No.
So how did that play happen?
Someone like crossed it in.
Who was that? Mendoza? No, he was out.
It could have been Mena if it was first half. It
No,
could have been Mena.
That was the last second of the game for
Oh, really?
of 45th minute,
Oh, okay.
first half.
Oh yeah, so he wasn't on then.
Mena and Mendoza weren't on. Who must have done that? Was that Dominguez? Bullshit, that was Dominguez. Was he on the right? Aldrete must have been on the left. Jordan Silva must have took the center back from
And
the
Dominguez
Cata.
would be on the right.
Was it him
Or Mendes? No. I don't know.
or Mora?
But essentially the play was like ball came into like on the ground to Baca. Baca like makes it seem like he's gonna go shoot, dummies it, goes through his legs, and then it's left to Mora, and then like everyone's like all the defenders and the goalkeeper is like, oh shit. And then Mora goes in for the shot and it goes directly at a defender.
No.
But instead of going for like the left corner.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like the great opening, but he just shot right at the defender.
That would have been great. That was a beautiful goal and
was great.
3-0 right before the half. Like that would have destroyed Atlas. Fuck.
Yeah, we won.
Yeah, we won. 3 points. 3 points. And now we're third fucking place.
2 wins in 1 week.
Yeah.
So at home.
And we can make it 4 wins in 2 weeks. Because
Damn right.
another or doble jornada
Oh.
and
Don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it. This is why every time we win, I hesitate to message you because I know the game after that we mess it up.
I don't know. I feel confident and secure. It's like different from the past.
And it's for that same reason that Hammons has stayed with us, and he knows the squad.
Oh yeah. There's a moment where James. When they scored, when Lostisa scored on us, James. So he was wearing a suit, and then on top of the suit, someone had given him a raincoat.
Uh-huh.
And once Lostisa scored, he just threw it off angrily. He's very high tempered, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's like passion.
Alostisa was crazy. It was good.
Yeah, it was a good goal. Yeah, like when you couldn't really do much. Like Corona really couldn't do much with that.
He almost got a touch to it.
Yeah, he did. He dove pretty well. But that was it.
I forgot who would. Oh, Hercules. I guess he's a commentator now for
Gomez?
Oh yeah.
Hercules Gomez, and he said that all his antics, James' antics, aren't doing as well. I mean, the fact that he got 2 red cards already.
Well, he does. I don't know. Like,
if anything, it brings the team closer together. It shows how much he cares, and the fans too.
Yeah.
But what the fans really want are results, and he's delivering so far.
Yeah. Well, I think in total 12 games unbeaten. Copa MX, the league, and the last game or two from last season. Like that. I think we're the only team like that. Like that's the longest unbeaten streak that we have right now. Monterrey, they're doing really well. They're unbeaten in the league right now.
That's gonna be the decider right there. I don't think there'll be a tie. There's not gonna be a tie for that one. You see, we're playing home, right?
We should be because Necaxa is away from home. But I don't know. But wait, who is it? Mohamed? Monterrey or who?
No,
who
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Right?
Who is it?
Still.
I don't know. Where's Mohamed? I don't know. Who has Monterrey? I don't know.
I don't know.
Who gives a fuck? We're winning.
Right.
Okay, well, we have a game midweek against Necaxa away from home. And then on the weekend, we have a game against Monterrey at home. Monterrey being the super leader right now, so a team to kind of fear, but at the same time, I feel pretty confident and secure with Cruz Azul. So hopefully we get 2 wins, 6-point week. That'll be really nice. At the very least, 4 points. Like I don't want to lose. We
Definitely.
don't.
No.
But yeah, we'll end it here. Yeah, cut that shit.